Hello everyone, and welcome to the first episode of 2021 of Refrigerant Checkup with Dr. Chuck. If you caught my final episode in 2020, I mentioned a number of things that could be hitting us pretty quickly here in 2021, and true to form, the regulatory world of refrigerants, a lot of changes and a lot of things moving pretty quickly here this year. We've seen the U.S. rejoin the Paris Climate Agreement. The Biden administration seems to be moving forward with Kigali and pursuing that. And perhaps most important for the world of refrigerants is right before the end of the year was signed into law the AIM Act, along with some other legislation. But the AIM Act really sets the stage and gives the U.S. EPA authority to regulate HFCs. So we're going to have a lot more to say as those regulations and those rules become clearer. But suffice to say, it's going to be important for all of us to keep up to date with regulations and what's coming down the road in the future, as it's going to impact all of us who deal in refrigerants. To that end, California is in the final steps of implementing some rules there that will impact a lot of things refrigerant related in the state of California. Most importantly, will impact installed base of supermarkets and food retailers and require some action on their part. So we recently did a webinar with the Supermarket News, specifically focused on options and the rules impacting installed base of refrigerants in supermarkets. And along with that, introduced a new tool, a refrigerant calculator tool that will help you manage your installed base of refrigerants. That's free of charge, and it's available at opteon.com. I'll be doing another episode on that specifically in the future, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss that. Our refrigerant calculator tool will help you manage your installed base, as I said, and it's free of charge, available at opteon.com, so be sure to check that out if it's something of interest to you. But for today's episode, I thought I'd take a look back to an oldie but goodie, and that being the EPA 608 regulations as they relate to leak repair and maintenance. Very important topic. So the EPA 608 section requirements for proper refrigerant management impacts all those who buy, sell, technicians, equipment owners, and operators. And specifically, Section 608 of the Clean Air Act prohibits the knowing release of refrigerant during the maintenance, service, repair, disposal of any air conditioning or refrigerant equipment. This particularly applies to systems greater than 50-pound charge size. The detailed regulatory language can be found online at the EPA's website. In addition to the regulations, they also have a lot of guidelines and tip sheets like this one out there for supermarkets, commercial refrigeration. But it really goes into the details of how you do leak rate calculations, what you need to do around repairs, inspections, reporting, record keeping, all really important things. So I encourage you to go to the EPA website to get the actual facts to make sure that you're compliant. Some of the things differ by sector. For instance, leak rate triggers that require additional action. If you're comfort cooling, it's probably about 10% leak rate calculated per their method, or for commercial refrigerant around 20%. So it's a good idea to know exactly what you're dealing with. A little bit of a side point, that the 608 regs were originally drafted to deal with CFCs and HCFCs, ozone-depleting substances. As new generations of refrigerants have evolved and been adopted, they haven't always caught up. The regulations haven't always caught up with those. So some things technically may not be in the regulations, like HFOs or HFCs at this point. But going forward, in my opinion, it's a great best practice to follow these guidelines in any event. And the regulations are eventually probably going to catch up with all new generations of refrigerants. So again, some real practical advice, tips, checklists you can get. There's a really good one on the EPA Green Chill website, which is specifically designed for supermarkets, but there's also a lot of good information, practical information. Maintenance and preventing leaks is probably the easiest and the simplest and the first thing any of us who work in refrigeration, air conditioning should do. It's the right thing to do for the environment, Remember global warming potential, that P is for potential. If it doesn't get in the atmosphere, it's not going to be able to have any impact, so preventing leaks goes a long way towards doing that. Having the right charge in your system keeps it efficient and running the way it's designed to run, so we don't waste any energy. We don't spend a lot of money on repairs and replacement gas. So all in all, leak prevention, proper maintenance, preventive maintenance, it's the right thing to do for your system and your customers. So there's going to be a lot more coming on the regulatory front. We also have a lot of new technology, new refrigerants coming out, as well as some information that we've had over the years that I'll be sharing throughout the year in these checkups. So if you haven't done so already, please subscribe. Always welcome to hear your questions, comments, things you want me to dive into, get an expert on here to talk to you. Thanks again. Look forward to a fruitful year in 2021, and be safe.